You ever feel like you're just fighting to fix everything around you? Your job, your schedule, other people, but you still feel completely stuck? Well, the truth is, the real battle, it's not out there. It's in here. If you can train your mind to stay clear under pressure, you can literally win in any situation. Why? Because nothing outside of you can ever break what's built inside. So, where do we even begin this training?
It all really boils down to two different ways of operating. On one side, you've got the passive mind. You know this one. This is the mind that wakes up and immediately lets the world dictate its mood. It's reacting to emails, getting scattered by notifications, and just being run by emotion. But on the other side, you have the trained mind. And it doesn't react, it leads. It's sharp, it's steady, and it is relentlessly focused on what actually matters.
And this quote, wow, it gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? This isn't just about feeling a little bit better. See, when your thinking is weak, when it's not trained, your emotions grab the steering wheel, and suddenly you're no longer in control of your own life. Your feelings are. That is a seriously dangerous place to be, and it's why training your mind isn't some luxury. It's an absolute necessity.
So, how do we start? We've got to frame this as a deliberate battle for our own minds. And what we're about to cover, this isn't about some fleeting motivation or hype. No, this is about building a structure, a whole new standard for how you operate, and it's all based on 3 core rules.
All right, let's get right into our first rule. Win your first hour. This is the starting line. It's the foundation for everything else. Why? Simple. Because how you start your day is almost always how you're going to finish it. If you can take command of those first 60 minutes, you set the entire trajectory for the day ahead.
So, ask yourself, honestly, how do you really use that first hour? Most people, they wake up and they lose instantly. They reach for their phone and just let this flood of outside noise, demands, and other people's problems fill their head before their feet even hit the floor. They start the day reacting and then spend the rest of it just trying to catch up. So the solution is simple, right? You take that hour back. Here's a little challenge for you, and you can start tomorrow morning. First step, no phone for the first hour, period. No messages, no social media, no news, 0 distractions. Second, set your intention. Decide right then and there what kind of day you are going to create. And third, review your plan to get crystal clear on what actually matters before the world has a chance to confuse you. Okay, let's move to our second rule, which is all about building unbreakable mental and emotional strength. And here's the thing, this is not something you're born with. It is forged. It's built through deliberate action, and it never, ever comes from staying comfortable. What's so interesting about this is the reframe. We're all taught to avoid discomfort, right? But what if it's actually our greatest tool for growth? Every single time you lean into something that's hard, making that tough phone call, getting out of bed when you don't want to, pushing through that last rep at the gym, you are proving to yourself that you are more capable than you thought. You're building real resilience.
Now, a huge part of this strength comes from one simple but incredibly powerful habit: finishing what you start. I mean, anybody can start something, but winners finish. Think about why this is so critical. Every time you push through and complete a task, you're not just getting something done, you're building self-respect. You are proving to yourself that your feelings of boredom or frustration, they don't control you. And if you do that enough, quitting stops being a habit and it becomes a conscious choice. This is how you start creating real, tangible results instead of just being stuck in the illusion of being busy.
And this quote, man, it just ties it all together perfectly. Real strength isn't just about pushing through pain, it's about integrity. When your words and your actions are aligned, you build trust. And not just with other people, most importantly, you build trust with yourself. Every time you follow through on a promise you made to yourself, you are reinforcing the belief that you are capable and you are reliable. That's how you build an unshakable foundation of inner strength. And that brings us to our third and final rule. You absolutely must guard your mental space. So after you've built your morning routine and you're forging that inner strength, you need a defense. Because your focus, it is your single most valuable asset in today's world. And believe me, it is constantly under attack.
Let's be crystal clear about what distractions really are. They are not just minor annoyances. They are, as this says, the actual barriers, the walls standing between where you are right now and where you want to be. Every single time you give in to one, you're just giving away your power, your clarity, and your time.
And please
Please do not confuse being busy with being focused. Being busy is when your mind is jumping all over the place. Yeah, it feels like work, but at the end of the day, it just leaves you feeling drained and empty. Being focused, that's a whole different game. Your mind is locked in. That is real work, and it's the only thing that produces real results and leaves you feeling genuinely accomplished.
So how do you do it? You have to be ruthless. Turn off every notification that doesn't serve a critical purpose. Schedule blocks of uninterrupted, focused time in your calendar, and then protect them like they're gold. And when you need to do deep work, just put your phone in another room. And remember this, do not negotiate with your distractions. Just cut them.
So as we wrap this all up, the core message is this: winning the battle for your mind. It's not about one huge gesture or some sudden burst of motivation. It's not about hype. It is about the small, simple, and powerful basics that you repeat every single day until they become who you are.
And look, make no mistake about it. Your old habits, the distractions, the desire for comfort, that impulse to quit, they haven't just disappeared. They are waiting. They're waiting for a moment of weakness to show up again. So the real question isn't if they'll show up. It's what are you going to do when they do? That choice, made right there in that moment, that's where you prove who's really in charge.